Thomas the Tank Engine was puffing happily along his branch line with Annie and Clarabelle. "Good morning," he whistled to some cows, but the cows unfortunately didn't reply as they were too busy eating their breakfast. "Never mind," said Thomas. "They're just busy." Then he met Bertie. "Ow!" cried Bertie. "What's wrong, Bertie? Pothole in the road?" Yes," said Bertie angrily, and Thomas puffed away to do his work. Later, Thomas was resting at Farquhar Station waiting for some passengers to board, when Bertie came. "My God," said Bertie, "those damn potholes, they need to be fixed. It's been 2 weeks now." "Don't worry, Bertie," said Thomas. "I'm sure you will do well. Besides, those potholes are annoying." "I know," said Bertie, "but still, it's been 2 weeks, and they still haven't done a thing. Something's up." "Maybe you're right, Bertie," said Thomas. "Something is definitely up. Don't worry, I'll go and find out what the problem is." And Thomas puffed away to the yard to do some work and find out the problem behind Bertie. Later, James was complaining. "I don't get it," said James. "Percy does his work, and I have to do my own work, if you know what I'm saying. This is terrible. Someone else should do the shunting, not me. I'm a splendid red engine. Take that, you stupid trucks." "Ah!" screamed the trucks. "Ha ha ha," said Gordon. "You know, you should play an interesting trick, James. Remember what we did last time?" "Yeah, do that," said Gordon. Soon Thomas puffed a ride. "Cheer up, everyone," said Thomas. "It's a beautiful day." "It may be a beautiful day, Thomas," said Gordon, "but unfortunately the same cannot be said for poor old James." "What's the matter?" said Thomas, worried. "I'm afraid he's under the weather," said Gordon. "Something must be done with his next train. He can't be late." Yes, indeed, he is sick. I mean, I am sick," said James. "I don't feel well at all." "Never mind, James. I'll do your work for you, if that's all right with you." Arrangements were made, and Thomas went to get his train. "Heh heh heh heh," said James slyly. Soon, some of James's cars were coupled to Thomas, and they puffed away to the quarry. However, the trucks were very angry. "We couldn't get James back for bumping him into us, so we'll play tricks on Thomas instead to take our frustration out." Thomas didn't hear them. Soon, they collected all the stone from the quarry and puffed back to the yard. Then danger lay ahead. The switches were jammed, and Thomas didn't realize this until it was too late. "Now's our chance," yelled the trucks. "Push him off the rails." "Slow down," cried Thomas's driver, and applied the brakes, but it was too late. Thomas crashed into the buffers and slid across the pond, much like many years ago, onto the jetty to the other side. Poor Thomas stood dazed and surprised in the very same pond he crashed many years ago, as the trucks laughed and giggled at him. "Bust my buffers," cried Thomas sadly. "The day was going so well, too." Just then, Thomas heard a very interesting voice on the other side. He had never heard it before. It was Andre Lalime. "Thomas," said Andre Lalime, "I need your help. I was doing some investigative work, and apparently I missed my train. Could you help me here, please, Thomas, if that is all right with you?" Certainly," said Thomas's crew. Go get help," said Thomas's driver. I can't. You'll have to get the fireman to do it. It's a long story. I was stuck, and you know how it goes. I missed my train, and and here I am right now. I've been stuck here for almost a day." So Thomas's driver quickly went for help and came back as fast as he could. Soon help arrived. Doug came to take the train and re-railed it out of the ditch and puffed away to finish the journey that Thomas started with. Then Edward came with the breakdown train. He was coupled up to one of the flatbeds. "Ready, Thomas?" said Edward. "Gonna pull you out of there." And Thomas and Edward puffed with all his hard work to pull Thomas back across to the rails as soon as he could. He did it slowly to make sure that Thomas did not fall into the water despite the fact that the water was not as deep as the water at Brendam Docks. It was a lot of hard work for Edward, but he didn't mind a bit, and at last Thomas was back to firm ground. The rails were fixed, and Thomas was put back on the rails neatly. Thomas's crew and Andre Lalime boarded the works unit coach to make sure that they had a very nice ride home. The broken buffers were soon lifted onto a flatbed, and Thomas was soon re-railed by the breakdown crane. The crane did a lot of hard work. He didn't mind, though, but it soon got the job done. Chains were added to Thomas to make sure he didn't fall off the flatbed. Then Edward coupled up to the breakdown train, and Edward puffed home with Thomas and the broken buffers, Thomas's crew, and Andre Lalime. Then Edward spoke to Thomas of what happened to Bertie, and Edward made sure the problem was addressed to Lady Hat straight away. Later, Gordon and James told Thomas that they were sorry. We're really sorry for what happened to you, Thomas. I know we did this like years ago, but deja vu, as they say, said James. Indeed, said Gordon, and we're really sorry, and we will make sure it never, ever happens again, said Gordon. Then Bertie arrived. You kept your promise today, Thomas, said Bertie. The roads are mended now, thanks to your trustworthy efforts. Oh, thank you, Bertie, said Thomas. I don't know what I could have done. I had a bit of a swim today. Gordon and James puffed sadly to the sheds to think of what they did. Bertie left. Wow, what a day for surprises, said Thomas. And then, to the corner of his eye, Andre Lalime gave him a nice wink and said goodbye.